what you think. You are what you do and you are what you eat. I am Laura the Vibe, your beauty and well-being coach. Today, we are going to see if you are a jealous type and how to control it. First, what is jealousy? Jealousy is the feeling of anger or bitterness which someone has when they wish that they could have the qualities of possessions that another person has. Now, how to know that you are jealous? Jealous people ply you with insincere compliments and false praises. As you know, one thing with jealous people is that they will never like to admit that they are jealous about you. When good news comes in, they do the sneaky things by acting overly supportive and giving you insincere compliments. But once they are in the clear, their clouds come out. Jealous people are also excellent copycats. Psychologists tell us that someone who is envious of you may also try to mimic your behavior, imitate every single thing you do. You know what I mean? They could go as far as copying your hairstyle, dressing, walking, and talking the same way you do. Even if you find it flattering at first, sooner or later, it will start to get really irritating. The best thing you can do in this kind of situation is not to pay attention. They flaunt their successes even more than their actual merit. Why? You may be too humble to voice or enjoy your achievement. Jealous people always try to make themselves feel better by drawing out your achievements, by emphasizing their own. This will happen even if their achievements are way smaller in comparison to yours. Jealous people deliberately give bad advice. Since jealous people don't want you to add more achievement to your kitties, they sabotage your attempts purposely, giving you bad advice, or they may just simply discourage you from even trying. Remember, what they truly want in life is for you to fail. Jealous people love to dish the dirt in you. You know, right? They gossip more than others because they want to feel superior, even though they are extremely insecure about themselves. They are not, in fact, confident in themselves. They will try to ruin your reputation by making negative comments about you to others. What they try to do is to create an environment of distrust, animosity, and bitterness among your inner circle by using everyone's vulnerability as leverage. If you've noticed that you are a jealous type, this is how to overcome it. As your beauty and well-being coach, my advice for you is that identify your insecurities. By being real with ourselves about what our insecurities are, where they come from, what we do to keep them alive, and what we could potentially start doing to transform them into secure bases of existence. 2. Communicate openly with your partner. Consider speaking with your partner about your experience. Opening up about your feelings of jealousy can give them the opportunity to understand where you are coming from and then adjust your behavior to help you feel more secured. Talk about it with other people, the trusted ones. Realize that you are not alone. Ask other people what jealousy is like for them and how they cope with it. Let go of judgment. Jealousy has a bad reputation, but it is not always a negative feeling. And if you can, try self-therapy exercise, especially if your jealousy comes from a past toxic relationship or a traumatic situation. Remember, what you think is not always true. This was Laura the Vibe, your beauty and well-being coach. Bye-bye.
Is it the first time that you are watching this channel? I'm inviting you to subscribe, like and share. Thank you. Salut les Vibers, bienvenue dans la nouvelle rubrique de Appli Tips. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous montrer quelques fonctionnalités sur WhatsApp. Are you ready? Let's go! Est-ce que tu utilises un iPhone? Si c'est le cas, voici 5 choses à ne surtout pas faire. C'est parti! Laissez votre iPhone en charge toute la nuit, c'est pratique, mais par contre, ça gâte votre batterie. Et laisse-moi te dire qu'à long terme, ça va clairement l'endommager. Et le mieux pour toi serait de brancher ton téléphone soit avant de te coucher, soit en journée. Ou bien utiliser une minuterie directement sur la prise. Ne pas laisser le Wi-Fi ou le Bluetooth toujours activé et pourtant on ne l'utilise pas. Par exemple, quand tu n'es pas chez toi, pense à désactiver le Wi-Fi. Ça sert à rien de le laisser activer parce que ton téléphone il continue de chercher des réseaux, des routeurs autour de toi. Pourtant, il n'y en a pas. Et tu ne vas te connecter nulle part qu'avec tes données mobiles. Une étude mobile affirme que la moitié des utilisateurs des iPhones n'ont pas de mot de passe. Est-ce que c'est vrai? Le problème, c'est que si tu le perds ou si tu te fais voler, simplement, la personne aura accès à tes mots de passe, tes données bancaires, tes photos, toutes tes informations. Pour cela, pense à mettre un mot de passe. Avant la suite, n'oublie pas de liker et de t'abonner. 3. N'utilise jamais ton téléphone dans des conditions extrêmes. En dessous de 0 degré ou au-dessus de 35 degrés. Parce que c'est très mauvais pour ton téléphone. Et la dernière chose que je suis sûre que presque tout le monde ne fait jamais, c'est éteindre son téléphone. Parce que quand tu mets ton téléphone en veille, il continue de travailler en arrière-plan. Et ça veut dire que ton téléphone ne se repose presque jamais. Le mieux, c'est de l'éteindre régulièrement, pas tous les jours. Ce ne reste qu'une fois par semaine pour que ça puisse renouveler un tout petit peu les cercles. Pour que ton iPhone puisse souffler un coup. Est-ce que tu as supprimé des photos ou des vidéos par erreur et que tu aimerais les retrouver? Je te présente une méthode très simple pour le faire. Mais avant de commencer, je te prie de t'abonner. Tout d'abord, ouvre l'application Play Store et clique dans la barre de recherche. Ensuite, écrivez « Récupérer photos supprimées ». Cliquez sur la première application et lancez le téléchargement. Une fois le téléchargement terminé, ouvrez l'application. Ensuite, cliquez sur la croix en haut à gauche pour fermer la page qui vous propose un abonnement. Arrivé à l'accueil de l'application, cliquez sur Start Scan. L'application vous demandera une autorisation pour accéder à vos fichiers. Vous cliquez sur Allow pour valider la notarisation. Ensuite, cliquez sur Start Scan. L'application va chercher vos photos, vos vidéos, vos musiques, vos audios et même vos fichiers déjà supprimés. Vous attendez quelques minutes pendant que l'application finit le scan. Comme vous pouvez le voir sur cette vidéo, on a pu récupérer plus de 4000 vidéos. Pour voir les photos, il suffit de revenir à l'accueil et appuyer sur Scanner d'images. Et comme vous pouvez le voir, toutes les vidéos et photos vont s'afficher. J'espère que cette vidéo vous aura aidé. N'oubliez pas de me dire en commentaire depuis quel pays vous regardez cette vidéo. C'était Dorly sur les tips qui changent la vie. Bye bye.
Hi Vibers, what's good? Welcome back. I'm Sisi. You are on YVMV, Africa to the world. Africa is home to the Big Five, which consists of the lion, leopard, rhinoceros, elephant and the Cape buffalo. But there are also plenty of other animals living in Africa, ranging from small mammals to large mammals, as well as reptiles, vertebrates, and various kinds of birds and insects. Today, let's talk about 25 animals in Africa that you should know about. Let's go! African wild dog. This is not your typical dog, but rather an impressive hunter that is sadly listed as an endangered species. The African wild dog is characterized by its large ears, tail, and spotted fur. Killspringer is the smallest kind of antelope, and they are mostly active during the night. They don't grow taller than 43 to 60 centimeters. The Killspringer lives in Sudan, Eritrea, northern Somalia, Ethiopia, South Africa, Angola, and Namibia. The dugong is grazing on the bottom and can be found on the African East Coast. One of our closest living relatives in the animal world is the gorilla. There are two types of gorillas, Eastern gorilla and Western gorilla. One of the cutest animals that live in Africa is the meerkat. It became especially famous after The Lion King, where one of the main characters, Timon, is a meerkat. The meerkats live in packs and are also known for standing on two legs when watching out for predators, while the other meerkats are jigging around the food. Fennec fox. This little fox is one of the most peculiar animals in Africa, and they are characterized by their abnormal large ears. They live in the desert in northern Africa and mainly eat insects, birds, and small mammals. There are several types of baboons living in Africa, and they vary in size and weight depending on the species. However, one of the most famous things about the baboon is their pink bottom. In Africa, they are getting closer to human settlement, and in some villages, they are known to be ranging for food and valuables quite frequently. Bush baby is not the typical animal you will see while visiting Africa, but it's definitely one of the rare animals in Africa that you should know about. The bush baby, or galago, is also known as a nocturnal animal that is known for its big eyes, bat-like ears. Another rare animal in Africa is the okapi, which can only be found in the Democratic Republic of Congo. While you may think of a zebra while seeing the okapi, they are more related to giraffe and is sometimes known as the forest giraffe since it lives in the rainforest. Another funny looking animal in Africa is the porcupine, which is a large rodent with sharp spine on its back. These serve as protection against predators. Another African animal that became beloved by the world after the Disney movie Lion King is the warthog. If you haven't guessed it already, Pumbaa is a wild dog and they can be seen in several places. When thinking about animals living in Africa, many think of the hyena, which has become famous for its laughing sound. They are very vocal and make various sounds that can be heard in the African nights from a distance far away. Lions can be found almost all over Africa, and while they are most famous for inhabiting the savanna, they can also be found in desert areas and grasslands. Another pride of Africa, the African elephant, which is also the largest living land animal. A full-grown male elephant can weigh up to 4,700 to 6,048 kilograms and grow from 2.2 to 4 meters tall. In Africa, there are two elephant species, the African bush elephant and the smaller one known as the African forest elephant. The grey-crowned crane may be the most impressive one to look at. The Nile crocodile is the second largest of all crocodiles in the world. The Nile crocodile can reach length of 5 meters and can weigh up to 750 kilograms. You have probably heard from the Great Migration from Serengeti to Masai Mara. This is the phenomenon where millions of wild beasts make their annual journey between the national parks. The tallest animal in the world is the giraffe, and they can be found in several African countries ranging from Chad to South Africa. Perhaps one of the most recognized animals living on the African continent, the cheetah is the world's fastest land animal, and they can reach speeds up to 100 to 120 kilometers per hour. This is another fast African animal, and they live mostly in the southern part of Africa. The impala is a type of antelope. The name of this snake is a bit confusing since its appearance is brown or olive. The inside of its mouth, including the tongue, has an inky black color. It is one of the most dangerous snakes on the African continent. Our closest relative is still living on the African continent, and yes, it is the chimpanzee. The chimpanzees share 96% of the same DNA with humans, and they are one of the few animals that use tools to get food. I hope that you have learned something today. This was Sissy the Vibe on YVMV Africa to the world. Bye bye.